Hey, good morning. I'm going to begin and let my family trickle in. I think the earthquake shook everybody up a little bit and they're sleeping in or something. I don't know. The mental aftershock. Well, here we go.
So now,
Let's begin. Standing heels together, toes apart. Feel the whole flat of the foot grounded on the mat. Firm up the legs. Engage that pelvic floor and draw the navel to the spine. Begin Ujjayi breath. Breathing in and out through the nose, creating that hissing sound in the throat. As you inhale, the lungs fill, the rib cage lifts away from the hips. On exhale, notice the consciousness going inward. Again, inhale, crown of the head's reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale, feeling the consciousness being drawn inward further. Come down on our knees for salutation pose. Already firming up Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha here as we roll onto the head, lifting the feet, and Ujjayi breath. Notice where the weight is in the arms. It should not be in the elbows. You should roll forward so it's in the upper forearm wrist area. Crown of the head touching the mat. This is a good time to set an intention for the practice. Let's just set an intention for this practice that we're all going to be completely focused on the yoga, not letting the mind wander. Just following the instructions of the voice, listening to Ujjayi breath, noticing the effect of the practice. In other words, you're going to allow yourself just to become the practice. Be the yoga. Lowering the feet, bottom of the toes on the mat, come out to sit on the heels. And notice the effect.
we see you guys join in for sunset.
Come up to standing. Heels together, toes apart. Sun salutation with each position. We'll chant. As you chant, notice the vibration you're creating in the throat. Let that vibration resonate throughout the whole body. Arms over the head. Inhale. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Forehead. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Throat. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Heart. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Navel. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Down on the knees. Hands at the crown. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. The salutation pose, lifting the feet. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Hands forward, right knee forward. Lift the chest. Om Kriya Babaji Namah. Take 2 long, full Ujjayi breaths here. Notice your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha still engaged. Navel drawn towards the spine, breathing in and out through the nose. To downward dog. Right leg back. Go high on the toes. Tailbone lifting, reaching towards the ceiling. Heels come towards the mat or touching the mat. Together. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths here. Chest up, long spine. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths. Lowering the chin down to the mat, bottom of the toes on the mat, lifting the pelvis up, navel to spine. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths. Lower back down flat with top of the feet on the mat. Firm up the body, the lower half of the body. Peel the chin up, chest up. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths. Downward dog again. Really lifting that tailbone up high, head between the arms, hands, fingertips, gripping the mat together. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths here. Notice even in this downward dog position, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha are engaged. Left knee forward, right leg back, lift the chest, squeeze the bandhas together. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. 2 breaths. Left knee back to right and into salutation pose, lifting the feet. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Coming right up on the knees, hands at the crowns, opening the fingers. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Just standing, thumbs at the navel. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Heart. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Throat. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Forehead. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Hands above. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Wherever you are, inside or outside, face this direction of the sun. Open the hands, the thumbs crossed. And sing the song of sun worship, rotating clockwise slowly. Deepam Jyoti Pala Brahman, Deepam Sarvam Tamo Bhagan, Deepane Satite Sarvam, Naladipam Namostude, Kaladipam Namostude, Uchidipam Namostude, Santyadipam Namostude, Dipam Namostude, Asanadipam Namostude, Pranadipam Namostute, Dhyanadipam Namostute, Jnanadipam Namostute, Mantradipam Namostute, Bhaktidipam Namostute, Bhavajidipam Namostute, Anadipam Namostute, Amandipam Namostute, Yogadipam Namostute. Lifting the hands up as high as you can, inhale. Exhale, arms come down by the side, or hands at the heart center, namaskar. Just honoring that which holds you up, keeps you safe, and heals you. Okay, do a few hip openers. Together. Butterflying the knees. Ujjayi breath as you do these hip openers. Place the left foot out and straight in front. Lifting that right knee and letting it drop. Lift and drop. Ujjayi breath the whole time. And just watch me follow along with the hip openers. So yesterday we talked about forming what's called a sankalpa, or intention, to build our, and then following that intention, to build our willpower, our ability to form good habits. Switch directly. In classical yoga, yoga is called a discipline because we set intentions. We promise ourselves that we'll do certain things to help us reach our human potential. Big circles. So today we might want to think about what intention we have, what habit we'd like to change. We're already changing a lot of habits right now because of our social distancing. We're in the habit now of washing our hands for 20 seconds and staying 6 feet away from other people. We also might be spending a lot more time in our homes, close to our kitchens where there's food there all the time. Let's switch to the other leg. So an example of an intention might be, I'm only going to eat at my 3 meals a day rather than snacking all day long. So think about what habit, maybe bad habit you have right now that you'd like to change. And then replace it with the good habit. So think of your sankalpa, your intention. Might come to you as we practice this yoga, as the body becomes calm, the mind becomes calm, and your inner wisdom or highest self can often speak to you, tell you the truth. Oftentimes we're always often listening to the ego, all those things we desire, or those things we want to stay away from. And we get very calm in the mind, open ourselves up to the truth, new ideas or messages can come. So let's just do our yoga, and if insight comes, make mental note of it. You can write it down after the practice. Okay, let's warm up for shoulder stand. Lying on our back. Begin by wiggling the toes. Open and close the toes. Pretend you're digging a hole in the sand, or you're at the first stage of wine making. You're crushing grapes with your toes. Ujjayi breath. Now let's wave the feet towards and away from the face. As you do this, because it's released and relaxed the neck, gently turn the head side to side. Head back to center and make your ankle circles, both feet moving in the same direction. Ujjayi breath still. Switch direction with the ankles. And let the feet come down close to the butt. If you've never done shoulder stand, you can simply lay on your back with your legs straight up, squeezing the bandhas, doing Ujjayi breath. Everyone else, roll to the left, tucking the right arm in close to the body. Roll to the right, tucking the left arm in close to the body. Lift the chin. Notice the back of the head pressing into the mat. Squeeze Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha as you roll that lower body up to a position where you can place your hands on the lower back. Then extend the balls of the feet up as high as you can towards the ceiling, with the toes drawn back towards the face. So the whole body is flipped upside down to gravity. Takes a lot of effort to hold it in this position. That's why this is called all members pose. Whole body is working. Ujjayi breath. Mula Bandha, that's the pelvic floor squeezed tight. Uddiyana Bandha, navel drawn towards the spine. Upper and lower abdominals are engaged. That's also part of Uddiyana Bandha. By extending the legs up towards the ceiling and drawing the toes back to the face, you've firmed up both the front and back side of the legs. It can require a lot of effort to hold the posture, but in general it should feel good. There should be no pain. If there's ever any pain, we come out. And with each exhale in the Ujjayi breath, we notice an inner softening. A calmness, moving towards a point of stillness in the posture. And bend the legs, let the knees slowly move towards the face. And slowly roll out, vertebra by vertebra. Once the butt touches down, extend those feet straight up, bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. Firm legs, slowly lower them. Strengthening the core. Also building up a lot of tension right before Shavasana. And when the heels touch down, completely let go of all tension. Hands open towards the ceiling, wiggle the hips. Big inhale. Exhale, letting go of all tension, just sinking into the mat. And simply notice the effect. Take the arms over the head, big stretch, hands and feet in opposite directions. Inhale. Exhale, sitting up, touching the toes. And we'll prepare for fish pose. Either go into lotus posture, legs crossed, or easy cross-legged pose. Start by placing your hands on the hips. Feel the two sit bones on the mat. And fold forward, just to open the hips up a little bit more. Maybe a few little Kriya movements, Kriya or micro movements that just invite the hips to open a little bit more. Kriya also means action with awareness. Come back up to sitting. And we'll move into fish. Hands below the butt on the back of the legs, lower back onto the elbows. Squeezing Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, lifting the chest, let the head drop back to the floor. Lift the chest high, create a nice arch in the spine. This should feel good to the neck. If it's relatively new to you, you should be on the back of the head as opposed to the top of the head. You can even place a prop behind the heart, a block or a pillow or a rolled up blanket. And the legs are relaxed, you're squeezing, lifting the pelvic floor, sucking navel to the spine, lifting the chest and pressing the head into the mat. And Ujjayi breathing, listen to that ocean sound breath. Be aware of the arch in the spine, a nice stable arch supported by bandhas, chest lifting, head pressed into the mat. We arch the spine, we open up that energetic pathway associated with the spine, that channel called Sushumna Nadi. Imagine that spine is an open channel, noticing the breath move through the spine, that channel. Each exhale becoming more calm in the mind. Just take a moment, let the breath be as it will. Just notice the space within the skull. Simply be there. And for a safe exit, place the hands below the butt on the back of the legs using the elbows, gently protecting the neck. Lift up, lower down. Take hold of the shins with your hands. Tuck the chin to the chest and we'll do spinal rocking. Rock forward and back. There's two ways to roll when we're doing our spinal rocking. You can either roll like a ball, or you can roll like dice. Feels a lot better to roll like a ball. Soft, supple spine, accepting this massage. Feels so good. And roll up to sitting, place the hands on the knees, pause, just notice the effect. Just Straighten the legs. Lower down into Shavasana. Completely relax. Wiggle the hips. Do whatever you have to do to let go of all tension. We'll do our big inhale. Little double exhale. Sinking into the mat. With each posture, each Shavasana, we go to deeper relaxation. Mind is becoming more and more calm. Arms over the head, big stretch again, inhale. Exhale, sitting up, touching the toes. Cross the feet in front of you and come to standing. Heels together, toes apart. Noticing the effect. Next is standing crane. We stand with our feet hip width distance apart. Arms over the head. The tailbone moves towards the back wall as you fold forward. Do a few little Kriya movements, micro movements. Notice the area of tension in the back of the legs. And then fold all the way forward. Releasing down, interlace those fingers, invert the palms to the floor. Relax the neck, let the head hang off that neck. More Kriya, micro movements, palms. Making micro movements in relation to the floor, noticing the stretch, the tension in the hamstrings. Release the hands, do a deep knee bend so the belly ends up on the thighs, chest on the knees. Take hold of the heels with your hands. Relax the neck, let the head hang. Then straighten the legs just till you feel the stretch. And the hamstrings, pause there. Notice the area of the stretch. Inhale and take that breath right into the area of tension. Fill it up with nice warm breath energy. Exhale, feel the tension release. Inhale again, taking that breath, directing it into tension. Exhale, tension releases. Continue on your own, directing the breath. Bandhas should be engaged, even during inhalation. And on exhalation, squeeze the bandhas a little bit more tight. So Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha are engaged on inhalation and exhalation. Just squeeze tighter on exhalation. So you're moving millimeter by millimeter into the posture, not by pulling with the hands, just by directing the breath, squeezing the bandhas and letting gravity take you further in. Now release the hands, let the arms reach out to the top of your mat. One big inhale, come up. Reach for the ceiling as high as you can. Make the whole body tense and shaking. And lower the arms. Heels together, toes apart. Lift the shoulders up towards the earlobes. Draw the shoulders back and lower. And enjoy the effect. We'll lay on our belly to warm up for bow pose. Start by kicking the feet, kicking the heels towards the back. Warm up. And again, in this practice, we're going to let that inner wisdom answer the question, what intention, what habit, new habit can I develop during this quiet time in the world that will help me better myself as a human being? Keep kicking, noticing the knee joints. You start to open up. When we're picking something, a new habit to create, it's oftentimes to build that muscle with a light weight at first. So maybe it's an easy little habit. Don't pick the big 100,000-pound gorilla. Like, I'm going to go from being a carnivore to vegan overnight or something like that. Okay, let's take hold of the ankles. Push the pubic bone into the mat. On the inhale, we kick into the hands, lifting the chest. Exhale, come down. Just breathing in and out through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coordinating breath with movement. The upper body and shoulders should be relaxed during this asana. Just simply gripping those ankles with your fingers. The lift comes from a strong lower half, pressing into the mat and kicking into the hands. Take a moment to rest. Everybody inhale, kick, lift, hold right there and keep breathing in and out through the nose. Notice the muscles in the face. Make sure they're nice and relaxed. Just simply listening to the Ujjayi breath sound you're creating. This may be uncomfortable, but again, we're building the muscle of willpower by holding it a little bit longer than the mind would like you to do so. And lower down. We'll inhale, kick up, and roll forward and back on the belly, massaging those internal organs. And now we're going to go side to side. Onto the right shoulder, let it open up. Then to the left. Back and forth. And everybody come back to center now. Get your body aligned in a straight line, kick and lift. Hold. A little higher, create some shaking tension. And lower down into Shavasana. Big toes together, heels flop open, turn your head to the side. Wiggle the hips. Big inhale. Exhale and just sink into the mat. Turn the head to the opposite side. Bring the head back to center. Push up on your hands and knees. Go into a child's pose. Let the butt come back to the heels or between the heels. Nice stretch in the armpits. Go ahead and engage Mula Bandha, that pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine, and push up into downward dog. Starting high in the toes, letting the heels come towards the mat. Still engaging those bandhas as we walk forward. Heels together, toes apart. Lift the shoulders again towards the earlobes. Draw the shoulders back and lower. And notice the effect. Okay, on our back. For topsy-turvy, half shoulder stand. Laying on the back and wiggle the toes. Ujjayi breathing. So when we're learning to form new habits, it's best to have success when we're starting this practice, waving the feet towards and away from the face. So again, it's best to pick something that's relatively easy at first. One of my first habits that I tried to correct was to eat less pizza. Ankle circles now. So I made a statement to myself, I will not eat any pizza for 21 days. So I wrote it down in my little journal, switched direction with the ankles. I will not eat pizza for 21 days. And I was able to accomplish that. I still eat pizza, but I've developed that willpower that if I don't think it's good for me to eat pizza, I've built the muscle to turn the other cheek away from the pizza. Okay, feet come down. We'll roll onto the left shoulder, tuck the right arm in close to the body, roll to the right, tucking the left arm in, lifting the chin. If you like, you can just lay on your back with legs up for this posture. If we're going into topsy-turvy, squeeze Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Roll the lower body up. Cradle the hips, the hands. Legs are straight at about a 45-degree angle to the floor. So the upper and lower body meets at a 90-degree angle. Back of the head gently pressed into the mat. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha are tight. Legs are firm. Ujjayi breath. In Tamil, this is called Vibhari Takadani. Half shoulder stand. Yogi Ramaya used to say, tell my teacher that this posture makes people compassionate, teaches people compassion by opening the heart chakra. So make sure you have the center of gravity of this posture, the weight that's pressing down right into the mat, the center of gravity, have it coincide with the heart. Adjust your legs a little further over the body or the other direction. Feel that heart center pressing down into the mat, squeezing the bandhas, Ujjayi breath. Just focus on that feeling of the heart pressing down into the mat. And bending the legs, knees come towards the head. Gently roll down, vertebra by vertebra. Lowering those straight legs, building up a little bit more tension, because the greater the tension, the greater the relaxation in Shavasana. Feet touch down, flop open, palms open to the ceiling, wiggle the hips, turn the head side to side if you need to. Get settled, big inhale, double exhale, sinking into the mat. If there's still a little bit of sneaky tension hiding in the body, again, take an inhale. And exhale, just let it go. And notice the effect. Take the arms over the head. Big stretch. Inhale. Don't sit up, just exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, sitting up. Touch the toes. Good. Now we'll do half fish. Straight-legged fish pose. Hatha Minasana. Hands below, the butt on the back of the legs. Mula Bandha, pelvic floor is squeezed tight. Uddiyana Bandha, navel drawing in towards the spine. Lowering back on the elbows, lifting the chest. Head drops to the mat, either the back of the head or towards the top of the head. You can keep firm legs here while squeezing Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, lifting the chest, back of the head pressed into the mat. You're creating a nice, stable, arched spine. Gentle Ujjayi breathing. Notice the arch in the spine. Energetically, that spine is an open channel, a hollow translucent, meaning see-through, like glass or crystal. It's a hollow translucent tube. On inhale, feel or imagine, visualize drawing the breath from the base of the spine all the way up. And exhale, pour the breath into the head. Again, on inhale, drawing the breath up. Exhale, pouring the breath into the head. One more time. Drawing the breath energy from the base of the spine up on inhale. And exhale, letting it pour into the head. Simply be still, let the breath be. Notice that vast space inside the skull. And now we'll boost our immune system. Bring the hands in prayer position, palms together. Tap yourself on the breastbone, the sternum. Those hands, maybe up towards the throat a little bit, just above the collarbones. And lower the hands, place them below the butt on the back of the legs. Protect the neck as you push into the mat, lifting yourself up, lowering yourself down. Let the feet flop open, palms open to the ceiling. Turning the head side to side. Big inhale. Exhale, letting go of all tension and just sinking into the mat. And notice the effect. Arms over the head, big stretch, inhale. Exhale, sit up. Touch the toes. Cross the feet in front of you and come to standing. Heels together, toes apart. Okay, on our back to warm up for plow pose. By the way, in that Shavasana, I got my little aha moment, my download for my my new habit, my new intention. The voice came in, my idea came in my head. Develop the habit of smiling more. So now I have to figure out how to do that. But I'll write down my intention and the seed will be planted and it'll happen. So we lay on our back, wiggling the toes again. Ujjayi breath. If you haven't gotten your download yet, don't worry, it'll come before we finish our practice. Waving the feet towards and away from the face. Ujjayi breath. Turning the head gently side to side. And ankle circles. Change direction with the ankles. And lowering the feet. So, plow pose is an extension of topsy-turvy with the legs going further over the head. When we go in this posture, never turn the head side to side. Don't go too far. We want to protect the neck here. You can always do legs up. So roll to your left, right arm tucked in. Roll to the right, left arm tucked in, lifting the chin, back of the head pressed into the mat. Mula Bandha is tight, firm. Uddiyana Bandha is you roll those legs up. Keep the chin lifted. Lifting the tailbone towards the ceiling. As the legs come further over the head, the chest moves towards the chin, but you never drop the chin to the chest. Squeezing Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, legs can be straight, or legs can be bent with the knees even touching the forehead, or the knees even on either side of the head. Do whatever's comfortable for you. Be very aware of your neck. Do not go so far in that there's any strain or pain in the neck at all. This should feel all good. The only effort is in squeezing Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha tight. Continue the Ujjayi breath sound. Notice the weight in the shoulder blades. And bend the legs, let the knees come towards the head and roll out gently, one vertebra at a time. When the butt touches down, the bottom of the feet reach towards the ceiling. Straight legs, lower them slowly. With Kriya Yoga, we get a super strong back, super strong core. And lower the heels, completely relax. Shavasana, big inhale. Double exhale, sinking into the mat. Take the arms over the head. Big stretch, inhale. Exhale, sitting up. Touching the toes. And go on the belly for serpent. Allison is with us. She's just right down the hallway that way. She's doing her yoga with us. Okay, on our belly. Serpent pose, arms straight by the side, knuckles down. Firm up the legs, inner thighs, push the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, peel up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Continue on your own. As you're coordinating the breath with the movement, keep the legs firm and tight, inner thighs engaged, pubic bone pressed into the mat. As you inhale up, let the shoulders open up, roll back a bit. Exhale down. Long spine. Hands up by the shoulders, thumbs in the armpits, elbows in by the rib cage. Firm up the lower half of the body, pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, push up. Exhale, go down just halfway. Keep levitated. Inhale up again. Exhale down halfway. Long spine as you inhale up. And hold. Ujjayi breath. Listen to that nice ocean sound, creating calmness as your body is working in the distance. And lower down, arms over the head, palms together. I want the nose and the forehead touching the mat. That feels good to the neck. Firm up the lower half and we'll begin our clapping. Inhale, arms back, up. Exhale, up. Inhale up and clap. 3, 4, and 5. And wiggle the hips, arms by the side, take a cheek, turning the head to the side. Big inhale. Exhale, sink into the mat. Turn the head to the other side. Head back to center, push up on all fours into child's pose.
to downward dog. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha as you walk forward to standing. Heels together, toes apart. Whoa, look at that sun coming through on us in the screen. Wow. Okay. And we'll lie on our back for Purna Shanti Shavasana. Get nice and comfortable. Start by gently turning the head side to side. The relaxed neck, just simply noticing the entire surface area of the head rotating back and forth through space. Head to center. Open the right hand as wide as you can, stretching the skin in the palm. Place the thumb in the palm, make a tight fist so that as that right arm lifts off the floor, there's tension going all the way up the arm. Inhale. Exhale, drop it. Bending the right elbow, forearm lifts and drops. Whole right arm floats up and drops. Left hand, open it as wide as you can, stretching the skin in the palm. Thumb in the palm, tight fist, tension moving up that left arm as it lifts off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, drop it. Bending the left elbow, forearm lifts and drops. Whole left arm floats up and drops. Right toes open and close, exaggerating the movement so much that it's like the whole right leg is moving, helping to move those toes. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the right leg. Left toes, open, close, open, close. Exaggerate the movement. Inhale. Left leg relaxes open. Begin to butterfly the feet. Big toes and knees come together and then the feet flop open. Big toes together. Outside of the foot drops to the floor. So you're opening and closing. Even the knees come together to touch. Speed it up a little bit. Opening up the lower back, preventing sciatica. There's a little fatigue in the legs now. Inhale. And exhale, let the legs drop open. Notice how heavy the legs are, the tingling in the hips. Go ahead and lift that right heavy leg up an inch or two and drop it. Left leg lifts up, it's so heavy, and drop it. To relax the mind, the universal peace mantra. Big inhale. Shanti, 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 Shalom, Satnam Sadhu, Down Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Omen Selah. Big inhale. For 1 minute, simply be still. Gently come up to sitting. We'll do a 3-minute namaskar practice.
Just look at the clock.
Sit in a comfortable position. Namaskar is a mudra, psychoenergetic gesture. Palms together, thumbs at the heart. This creates a psychological and energetic effect. Close the eyes. And bring to mind whatever that universal source is. Maybe that divine source, or the idea of truth, peace, love, and light. Whatever feeling or image comes to you, keep that in your mind's eye as we sit in Namaskar for 3 minutes. Namaste, everybody. So, whoa, look at my aura. Wow. So, I would suggest that you write down your intention, maybe put it on a sticky note in your bathroom so you can develop your new habit today. We learned that yoga is a little bit more than just becoming relaxed and doing postures, but it's also about taking action to move us one step closer to our human potential. Everybody have a great day. Namaste. Say goodbye, girls.
Yeah.
See ya. Thanks, everyone.